The Minister of Aviation, Senator Hadi Sirika, says Africa has begun implementation of Single African Air Transport System (SAATM) to improve global competitiveness. Sirika, represented by Dr. Emmanuel Meribol, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry, said this during the SAATM Pilot Implementation Cluster Coalition Roadshow in Abuja. The news agency of Nigeria, NAN, reports that the Single African Air Transport Market (SAATM) is a project of the African Union to create a single market for air transport in Africa.
Let me reiterate that this government shall continue to support policies and programs that will support and project the full implementation of SAATM in Nigeria. As we are all aware, air transport market in sub-Saharan Africa presents a strong dichotomy. In Southern and Eastern Africa, the market is growing, while in Central and Western Africa, the sector is stagnating. With the vacuum created by the collapse of mostly state-owned airlines, leaving operations to a few privately owned airlines in the region, Nigeria is assiduously working towards launching its own national carrier that is expected to provide additional frequencies in actualizing the policies and principles of SAATM in Nigeria and Africa at large. I encourage you all to take full advantage of the unique opportunity this roadshow presents and to share your experiences and perspectives in addressing some of the challenges of air travel in the region, as well as eliminating to the barest minimum impediments to the full and sustainable implementation of SAATM in Nigeria, which aim is to accelerate air connectivity within Africa.
Speaking, Captain Musa Nuhu, the Director General of Nigeria Civil Aviation Authority (NCAA), said air connectivity is an asset which improves global competitiveness of cities, states, and regions. According to him, increased air connectivity brings concrete value by making trips shorter with optimal user satisfaction at minimum prices.
The presentation of the SAATM Pilot Implementation Roadmap by the African Civil Aviation Commission is quite commendable and born out of the desire to address the challenges of air travel in the region, as well as eliminating to the barest minimums any impediments to the full and sustainable implementation of SAATM. It is believed that SAATM will enhance intra-African connections and make movement of passengers and cargo smooth with minimum transit points at competitive prices. Achieving this requires our collective resolve not only to implement SAATM, but also to make conscientious efforts to address the issues of non-physical barriers, including the high cost of travel within the region. The desired objectives of SAATM include the need to support Africa's social, economic, and political integration, as well as boost intra-African trade and tourism in accordance with the African Union Agenda 2063.